since it's already built,
Good evening.
where do you think is acceptable to start building? Where do you think is acceptable to start building instead of getting too close to my building?
Again, I don't know because we don't have a government and you haven't claimed this area. You see, I don't know when your house starts because you have a pond here, you have trees. I don't know if you care about this birch tree, but you might. You might care about this birch tree.
That's the problem. Everything that's been built up to this point, what's to stop someone from just walking up and claiming it before the other person does?
Because you have to claim it at a town hall. You can't just claim it when no one else is around.
So, what's to stop? Let's just say Joey right here. What's to stop him as soon as you guys get voted into office? What's to stop him from going to you guys and saying, "I want to claim these chunks here. I want to claim these." What's to stop him from doing that?
We will say the only time you can claim is at a town hall, and everybody is there to agree that's something you can claim.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
He chooses to claim these chunks, and you have a problem with it. That's why we have a town hall. You can work it out and decide whether or not he gets these chunks, or he moves a little further and he gets these ones.
What if someone goes, let's say they go into this open area, because other than the road, there's nothing over here.
Why would I claim anything here? My tower's over.
So what's to stop someone from claiming
I think they're talking about a hypothetical.
What's to stop someone from claiming all of these chunks, making people think they're going to build something great, and then they're done. That's their build.
Well, then they haven't used all the chunks, and the unused chunks would be...
If someone wants to use that specific land, and it clearly has not been used in a long time, this can be discussed in a town hall. Again, we're acting like we can't discuss these issues.
Even
right? Like we are people. We can communicate whether if someone needs that entire chunk, and they can agree or not agree.
Even though I just got here, can I pose a question real quick?
Please.
This seems a little chaotic for a simple debate.
I'm so sorry, just by the way. I'm
just trying to... It was getting really chaotic.
Okay, y'all, let's reel it in. Let's go back to the town center.
I feel like y'all are
a better moderator, but currently my tonsils feel like they're about to blow up. So
it's fine. My voice sounds like hoarse as well.
I'm trying to fix that.
So, I feel like y'all are overcomplicating the issue of claiming land.
Exactly. I want to say what I want to say.
Even though I just got here, that's what I'm
nitpick all these specifics.
Let's go one at a time, everybody. One at a time. Let us start from my right to the left. So Lando, you say yours part. Okay. I feel like I am wrangling in children right now.
Well, I am a mushroom, so
that is okay. Fair point. Either way.
Be patient. I'm only 9. So I feel like the biggest difference, clearly, I think this debate has made it extremely clear. The biggest difference between our campaign and Jack and B-Bomb's campaign is that they are going to just set laws, and that is going to be what seems to be the end-all, and the end-all be-all about it. And I could be wrong, and I'm sure there's exemptions about that. He's already shaking his head no. But there seems to be some holdup, this idea that we can't just communicate these issues we have at a town hall. And that's simply not true. I think in order to feel accepted in the community, you have to feel a part of it.
So, sorry. We're going from left to right, so...
Yes, so... We'll go Lando, then Jack, then Kendo, then Vivo.
Okay. So, to me, I will say that it might seem similar to you guys, but to me, it seems like your biggest point is the town hall meetings, is all getting together to discuss our problems, and Landon just disappeared. All getting together to discuss our problems, and then figuring something out from there. If that's all we need to do, what's the point of a government? Because if there's no laws or rules, whatever you want to call it, set in stone to say this is what happens when such and such happens, like, what's the point of having people in charge? Like, if you just want to be like, hey, we're going to have a town hall in a month, town hall meeting next week, whatever schedule you set for it, like, we don't need 2 specific people to tell us that. We could just have a public billboard, and if people have problems they want to talk about, just go talk about it. And then we set up the schedule all together, and then we go and discuss it. What me and Brandon are going to focus on is setting laws in place that people will vote on at the town hall, or however we decide to vote on. We'll have laws that will say, hey, like, if you build here, like, you have to discuss a property line that clarifies with everyone, hey, this is my property, you can't build here. Like, I think my property line, it's a little big for my house, I will say, but no one else is gonna build there anyway, so there's no problem with that. Like with Karma's house, I don't know how big where your property line is, but I'm sure there's a line where you don't want people to build.
Mine is more of a natural line. So.
I'm assuming it's the river.
Yes.
It's the river. So like that's pretty easy to tell. If someone builds on your side of the river, then it's like, hey, you're building where you're not supposed to.
I'm a man of the capital.
And then if that happens, we have a law where, hey, this person was building on property that's not theirs, where they're not permitted to build. This is what happens to them because they were doing something they shouldn't. This is the punishment. And if we want to discuss a different punishment, if you want a certain punishment for them, then you can orchestrate that. You can orchestrate a town hall meeting, and we'll discuss it. We'll discuss what the problem was, what the attack, crime, whatever it was, and then we'll organize a punishment for it. I don't think the town hall is a problem because that creates a sense of community. It gets everyone talking, and that's not a problem. I feel like there's a bit of miscommunication between us and you guys, though, where you think that all we're gonna do is say something and that's law and that's it. That's not it. I will say that there's things that we haven't hashed out. We haven't hashed out a lot of things between ourselves yet. So, agreeable, there is things that we don't know what exactly we're going to do yet. We do know, however, that the point of the laws that we want to set in place is more so to keep me and Brandon from using our power as leaders against you guys and placing ourselves above you when we're not. We're just one big community. We're all in this together. That doesn't place me and Brandon above you just because we're in charge. And so, how do I word this? We still want that sense of community. We still want to bring people together and have fun together and do our things, but we want to have rules in place that hold people accountable for their wrongdoings. And there are certain things that you want to do that I don't think help with that. Like you guys want to make the paths wider for wagons. Okay, you're allowed to want to do that. I think that will be annoying to widen all the paths because then all the buildings have to be moved because all the buildings are based around the paths. This entire area right here, you're gonna have to move all of these. All of these buildings have to be moved if you want to make the path wider. And if you want to do that, go ahead. If you want to do that, if you want to spend the time to demolish all of these and rebuild them 5 blocks out, whatever, you're welcome to do that. I feel like doing that, though, with the idea in mind that Landon had brought up, where what if the reason people don't have wagons is because the paths aren't fit for them? He was against my hypotheticals for protection. That is his own hypothetical, and he's countering your guys' ideals. So right. I'm kind of going on.
Love the conversation. Been a very long time. Let's let Kahano speak. Kondo speak now.
Kahano Montana. All right. So, one of the points that you mentioned was that you don't want the laws that you make to
Our other candidate has returned.
Oh, he has?
Yes.
Oh wait, not here yet, but
he's in the VC, but
yeah.
What's a VC?
So,
okay.
All right. So you say the laws that you want to make, you want them to be there so that you guys can't be overpowering the citizens, or like you're not above the law,
people.
like you said.
I'm not worried about us. Sorry.
That just puts you at the same level, and it means we're at a stalemate. Not because we may or may not need a leader, but because it means, all right, there's laws, but if you're not above the law, then anyone can enforce the law, and that doesn't get anywhere. That could be more chaotic. Now, when it comes to the bigger paths issue that you're having, I'd like to bring up again that it's not about what if everyone needs wagons, or everyone decides to build wagons because, oh no, or wait, oh yes, there's a bigger path. Now I can have a wagon. It's not about a wagon, it's about a new vehicle that could enhance the community because they bring new things, such as, I don't know, whatever kind of vehicle somebody wants to make. It could greatly enhance whatever the community has just by having that. And maybe it doesn't. But that's why there's, how many of us? Like 12 people in the community? I don't know. But more minds is better ideas. And, all right. Addressing the town hall again is there are parts that you do and don't like again, and that's very understandable. But obviously, there's issues that you have with it, and issues that you have with every idea that we have, because why wouldn't you? You're on the other side of this debate. Every person has issues with somebody or something, and we're no different. So the best way to talk about it is in a meeting with other people, aka the town hall. We gotta talk to each other. Hi.
Hey,
So,
there you go.
I'm sorry, I need to interrupt really quick. You keep talking.
Jack Falcon, as much as I'd love to let you do that.
I've got one more point for you.
Let you.
Okay.
Yeah, so when it comes to laws, you guys want to set laws, and that's just fine, because there'll be problems that need fixing and need laws. Not everything has to be a law. And so when we come and discuss that in a town hall, there will be reoccurring issues or big issues, and those will have laws that are attached to them. So we can address it properly. Go ahead.
No,
can I speak?
We are gonna go to B-Bomb. I will let you respond momentarily.
Okay, there are many things that I want to address. First of all, you speak of this town hall like it's all you need. Not necessarily, but you speak of this town hall like it's a unique thing that only you guys have. right? We're gonna have it too. It's not that unique. It's gonna be a thing, no matter what happens. Second of all,
the difference is how are you gonna run your town hall?
I let you talk. It's my turn to talk.
There you go.
I would like to say another thing. You pointed out that anyone can just enforce any law at any time. False. That's why we have the internal and external protection. So, internal protection. We're going to set up a sheriff. We're going to set up someone around to enforce the law. And we're going to build a mini courthouse, maybe a prison if we need to. Just a mini courthouse. We're going to appoint a sheriff and a judge. It could be split between us. That's why we're founding a government. We're writing a constitution. This is all so new that we just need to flush it out. That's what we're planning on doing. And we just need, what my point is, before we can start widening the path or doing whatever else we want to do with this government, first, we need to establish a government. We need a constitution. We need rules and things that the government can't do. We need things that the people need.
Moderator's gone.
We just need rules and other things, just so that way we can just start a government. We can start, and we need to set up town hall meetings. We need to write in the Constitution what the town hall meetings entail. We need to flush this out. That's what we need the government for. But we can't start that until one of us is elected. So what me and Ben are promising is we're starting a government. And I'm sure you guys are too, but we're trying to focus on that first. And I'm sure you guys will too. But first, before we build and widen the roads, we need to protect ourselves. Because there won't be a road to widen if there's none of us left.
Wow. Can I respond?
That was a dramatic ending statement there.
Yeah,
Can I respond?
I will allow for responses now.
Okay.
So
We have mentioned more than once in the last debate, the first town hall, we're going to be setting up laws and bylaws with the community. That is when it is happening. That is when it is being written. This has been mentioned before. Second thing, I understand that you guys have town halls. You also have a lot of the things that we're doing conveniently after we said that we were doing it. You have had very few original ideas said by yourselves, and this is not me trying to but it's just like, you say you want to set laws, but I haven't heard a single idea of a law that you want other than potentially a sheriff. Like, it's just, I think it's important to remember what is being brought to the table, and that is the last thing I will say. I think we're at closing arguments. I don't know. I kind of vaporized.
We are at closing arguments.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of vaporized.
Ben has some points he wants to make.
That is okay.
You guys keep treating it as if we're against the town hall. And although I will say it seems like we're copying you, I promise you we're not. At least we're not intending to. We are in support of that idea where we all come together as a community. We discuss our problems and we discuss and figure out ways to fix those problems.
Well, you said why you're against it. Well, not against a town hall, but you said why you don't like our town hall. Why? What is your town hall?
Yeah.
What is your ideal town hall?
At least I don't know if this goes against Brandon's idea. We have talked about it before, but at least so our town hall isn't more. It's more so like, hey, there's a problem that needs fixing in our community. Okay, let's organize a town hall. If we have a town hall, we don't need a town hall every month, like you had said. Although I will say that it's important, and it not only does it help create a sense of community, but like you had said, more brains, better ideas. Like that, I actually kind of like that quote. But we don't need to have a town hall meeting every month. What if we need it every week? Then we can orchestrate it and be like, all right,
They can't hear me right now.
let's
I am
all
so
come together and discuss a problem.
Just turn around.
You just said that we don't need it every
let them
month,
see.
but we do need
Let
it every
them see
week.
what they see.
What if we need it
Rondo
more than every
hasn't
month?
seen
Or
what he
if we
needs
need
to
it
see.
less
more
than
than every month then.
But everyone
All right,
else.
friends,
So-
let's not interrupt.
Sorry, there's a couple problems that I had. So I'm trying to think of one thing to focus on because my brain keeps jumping into what me and Brandon wanted to do when we first started was we're not discussing laws that, like, how do I word this? So
Obvious.
You can back him up. You don't have to wait for him to speak.
Yeah, you can.
we aren't, our first action as a government isn't to put laws in place. It's to say, hey, now that we're in power, like, it essentially we're above you. We can tell you what to do and enforce it, and there's not much really you can do about it. So here's what we can't do. We can't infringe upon your rights as people. We can't tell you, like, hey, you can only build a certain type of building, or hey, you can only wear a certain type of clothing, or you aren't allowed to do different things. Like, it's like me and Brandon can't enforce certain laws that infringe upon your rights. We can't use our power to harm you. We can't go and kill you and get away with it because...
And what's so important is that we need to establish those rights immediately.
Yeah. And so we, like, whoever gets voted in to office, like, as of that moment, they are free to do whatever they want. That's not a good thing because they, like, me and Brandon can do this too. Not just you. Me and Brandon are more than welcome to go steal everything you guys have. Whoever's in charge shouldn't be allowed to do that. They still need to be held accountable. They are still in charge, but you guys, as the community, as the village, can still tell us you guys are not doing good things. You guys are breaking the law. You need to be held accountable. You need to be charged, tried, whatever. Like, it's... Our focus as a government is more so, hey, like, how do I word this?
Hey there, Delilah.
It's more so like, it's more, we need to create structure in that government before we create infrastructure, before we tell people what chunks they can build in, before we tell people how they need to run their shops, whatever. Like,
we need to make the reference book. We don't have one yet.
That's a good way of putting it, because there's no limit to what the government can do right now. It doesn't exist, but once it does exist, there's no limit to what it can do. We need to create those limits. What are those limits? And we can do that at a town hall. Like, there's what you said about
starting small.
There's no problem with that.
Give the rules so that it doesn't get put in so fast.
But you're introducing ideas that are much, much farther down the road.
All right, Jack Falcon,
It's a bit of a
Egon,
problem.
Landon, and Kondo. What I'm going to ask you all to do is make one final statement, and it cannot be longer than 30 seconds, because holy shit. And
Sorry, it's all me.
anyhow, we are going to have closing statements that are 30 seconds, and then we will go to the meat and potatoes of all of this. So, let us start from the left team, I suppose.
Let's just go left to right. So me.
Yeah, so you can close out what you're saying.
And I am going to time you, so give me a moment, and then
What the moderator's just done.
I am.
He's
I am too
so
sick
done.
for this shit. All right, ready? 3,
so
2, 1, go.
So, our government isn't going to be there to fix problems that don't need to be fixed. It's more to create structure and help people solve problems that they have in the future. And if one of those problems is infrastructure, that's great. We'll fix that. If one of those problems is someone stealing, that's great. We'll fix that. But it's a structure. It's a framework. It's not, here's problems that we need to be fixed. We're going to fix them. That's it.
Too sick. All right.
Wow, that was good time.
All right. If there anything that B-Bomb would like to add to that,
Yes.
20 seconds to add. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, fundamentals of a government. This is what we're going to establish. We are here to serve the people. With our own hands, we're going to serve and create a community. That's our goal. We're going to create a government, create a community that will both protect us and allow for basic freedoms to exist. And that's it. We don't need any fancy taxes for infrastructure. We're just here to be simple service to the people to protect themselves.
You are done talking. All right. All right. Kondo, you are next. Ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1, speak.
Yeah, I'll make it short and snappy. We're not going to have all the ideas, and that's what the people are for, is so that we have multiple ideas, including you guys. As much as I don't like to say it, we need ideas from everyone, because what was my quote? More brains, better ideas. All right.
And done.
That was
Last
a bit
but
rude.
not least, Lando.
What was rude?
Are you ready, Lando?
Yeah, hang on.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm just trying to get out the
Of course.
Okay.
Tell me whenever you're ready, and I will start.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, 3, 2, 1, start.
The reason we agreed to start this government is because we were worried about the doomsday that we all dreamt about. We established ideas. We are forthcoming about what we think the solutions are, and the other campaign is worried about limiting us from stopping what could be. And again, because the quote's fucking awesome, more brains, better ideas.
Perfect timing. All right. So that will end these debates, and it will open up to the big stuffs.
Hello.
So, again, this meeting never happens. Never happens. So, do you recall the question that I asked or what you saw?
I do, yeah.
Right. So I made you look into my right eye. You saw whatever, and you're about to explain it for me. But before you do, I want to ask something of you really quick.
Okay.
Or tell you something. So this, whatever you saw, it is one of two possibilities. It is either what you desire to come out of the future, or it is one of possibly many.
Okay.
These two can be the same thing. You could see two different things. That's basically it.
All right.
So,
well, what I saw was, let me preface first. I have really early memories of spending time with my family, people who actually look like me.
Mhm.
and I don't know where they are. But what I saw was the community that I will potentially develop will have more people like me, and that warms my heart.
Do you believe this is a good thing? Do you believe this is a bad thing? Do you believe
I
this
think
will
that
impact your? Do you believe that this will impact your campaign in any?
I mean, I think it's good. It's hard, being the only.
I get that.
So, I just hope that I will create a community where they will want to live.
All right. Well, that was good. That was good to know because, like, I just want to make sure that I'm voting for whoever I want. The truth is the best thing. Whoever I believe told the best truth possible will get my vote.
All right. Well, I hope that is me, but
I do have one more request.
Yeah.
Do not share this to anyone, including your running mate. Do not share what I asked to anyone.
Sure.
I got to go to my house, so.
All right. I am gonna go meet back up with my running partner.
So this question is very. I mean, I know I said I didn't have any questions, but this is very crucial. But it is for people who won't understand. It is for your eyes only. It is for my ears. Yeah. No, I've to everyone else's dismay, I have observed everyone enough to know who I can trust, and pretty much everyone. So, what I want you to say, or what I want you to tell me is
communicate. Yeah.
I want you to look. I want you to look into my right eye and tell me what you see. I am not controlling any images. I'm not doing anything. I just want you to tell me what you see.
Tell you what I see, right?
Everything, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But before you say, I do want to explain. This little ability that I have that I cannot use, it shows one of two things. Either one of an infinitesimal amount of futures that are possibly able to happen, or it is what you or your character most desires. Now, I hope it is the latter, because this will certainly help my vote, but it can always be the former. So, give me your reaction, tell me what you see.
Firstly, it's very captivating to look into your eye.
This is why I don't take my blindfold off often. I don't take my blindfold off often.
I don't think we would get anything done and that's why I'm being your leader. I'm sorry I'm being not so eloquent right now with my vocabulary.
It's okay. People take it differently. Just tell me what you see.
Okay. Let me put it this way. Your history books will remember me as the best thing that ever happened to your village. Okay?
Go on.
I'm going to be sure, leaders will be marked down because that's history. And history is, for lack of a better word, history. And man, I'm real stumbling. basically,
tell me exactly what you see. That's all.
This may sound selfish.
Is there anything specific?
Oh.
Is there anything specific? What is it that you exactly see? Who's in this? Who do you see?
Well, firstly, I see Jack Falcon and B-Bomb, I guess, succumbing to the word that I have, and falling in line with me, and being parallel to my thoughts in every way, because of how superior my thoughts are, because they really just kind of infuriate me with ignorance, if you will.
So what you're seeing is,
get that off my chest. I mean,
so basically you're seeing a perfect world with Jack and Brandon finally agreeing with you.
Yes.
You see
they believe what I'm saying to be true because it is, and basically, while I'm in charge, it'll be like Lando agrees with me for the most part, but I mean, obviously we have a few ideas that aren't going to align, and when I'm in that office, everyone's gonna agree with me.
Right. That is all I wanted to ask. Don't share this with anyone, not even your running mate, because this might impact the way he or the election will go. I know who I'm going to vote, so...
Sure.
Thank you for informing me. They require my presence to vote. So.
All right. Good luck, citizen. May your thoughts be aligned correctly.